Welcome back to Front Street. We got our special guest today.
Lawrence Roque, administrator here at Brazosport High School.
That's right.
And I'm John Labrada, one of your hosts, and this is our other host.
Mr. Moreno, a.k.a. Jaime, a.k.a. The Big Dog?
The Big Dog.
The man. Yep. Yeah.
All right. So today we're just going to ask our AP here at Bport a couple of questions, and we're going to talk about some things from previous podcasts, because as soon as he walked in, he immediately started talking about cream soda.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm a connoisseur of cream soda.
Okay, so here's how we're gonna do this. We'll start with a little funny, a little light. All right, we'll do hot takes first. Then we're gonna talk to Mr. Roque, and then we're gonna end with search history. Or you want to do search history first?
Let's do that second.
What?
And then we'll do like the craziest thing he's seen at Bport.
Last. Okay, got it. All right. So we're gonna hold on to your life as an administrator at the water. All right. First things first. We're gonna get your phones out. So here's the question of the day. First question we have is, what in your search history would give me a little insight into who you are as a human being? Now, you can give me like your first thing that's up there. You can give me a couple things. I'll start off, okay? Let me hit here. Let me look at my search. So things that I've looked up recently, there's a movie that I watched before that I told G about. It's kind of a weird movie. It's called May. First off, don't watch it in the middle of the night because it's weird. I'll give you the premise, Roque.
Okay.
A lady who's like a social outcast. It's a horror movie, so clearly she's a killer. But she creates a doll out of the people she kills. It's weird.
Okay.
I watched it one time at like 1 a.m. I don't know why I was up.
Kind of like a Buffalo Bill type situation.
Yeah, where she put the lotion on the skin before you get the hose again.
Gotcha.
And it freaked me out. And I couldn't go to sleep. I just stayed up all night. It was so weird. So that's something that I've watched. I looked up recently. Also, I've been in this kick of like, I don't think kids understand that lyrics are so important in songs. So like, I've been looking up lyrics to remind me of just like, oh, what did that song say? And let me tell you, kids these days don't understand how important lyrics are to a song. All right, I'm gonna give you one real quick. So there's a song that came out by a group named Iron Maiden called "Run to the Hills," and the song came out in like the '80s. Iron Maiden was like a '80s hair band, like metal band. Right?
I think I've seen their T-shirts at Walmart.
Yeah, they're everywhere. You can find Iron Maiden shirts everywhere. But they were one of the early like bands, like metal bands that had their lyrics were like kind of controversial. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna read to you some of these lyrics. I have to take my glasses off because it's serious. All right. So the song is called again, "Run to the Hills." It's a song by Iron Maiden. I'll just read you the first two verses. It says, "White man came across the sea. He brought us pain and misery. He killed our tribes. He killed our creed. He took our game for his own need. We fought him hard. We fought him well. Out of the plains we gave him hell. But many came, too many for Cree. Oh, will we ever be set free?" Sorry, I forgot that. So the whole story, the song.
So he came after Christopher Columbus.
Essentially, the song is about Native Americans and their plight of like what happened when white Europeans came and conquered them and killed them off. It continues on. It's like 5 lyrics. It is a great song. It's a great song in general. There's the chorus is like, "Run to the hills." It's like great.
Yeah.
But the song itself, nobody understood the lyrics until you actually read the lyrics. Like the lyricacy of it is amazing. And most kids don't understand the gravity of lyrics and how important they are to songs. Especially, and you'll probably agree with me, you go back and listen to early hip hop, especially like Public Enemy. Their lyrics are like, they're talking about revolutionary acts, fam. Like they're serious about what they're talking about. Most people just like, oh, it's a good hook. Oh, the chorus is dope. No, listen to the lyrics.
What's that one song we were talking about? I think it's like "Killing in the Name of." It's a great song.
From Rage Against the Machines?
Yes, Rage Against the Machines.
It's so good. So that song came out post Rodney King.
Okay.
And they're a California, Southern California group. And Rage Against the Machine, that song says, I think it's something along the lines of the ones that work forces are the ones that burn crosses. Essentially saying that, like, especially in LA, a lot of the people that were police officers in LA at that time of Rodney King may have been wearing burning crosses and wearing hoods. It's a great song.
100%.
Lyrics are important, man.
Yeah,
Look 'em
and
up.
then you get the ones where I know when I was going to college, way back then, where you had a song that all the ladies liked, but if they listened to the lyrics, they
wouldn't
show that they were actually getting dissed. I believe it was Guy, Piece of My Love.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it sounds all beautiful, like a nice little love song.
He's just cutting them.
But if you listen to the words, he actually calls the girls a female dog in the lyrics and everything. So,
Yeah.
But they love
my
it.
wife didn't believe it. I had to play it real slow so she could hear it. She's
Yeah.
like, I can't believe I was liking this. You know,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
well, listen to the words.
The words are not necessarily great oftentimes to people. You just got to pay attention to them. Because, like, if you're not really, like,
And then you have the classics. Like, that's why I became a real Prince fan, because I think the words to adore, if you can't get a girl with the words to adore, you're just not going to get a girl.
right. He has, like, Prince
write
had
that down.
real slick, like, lines in his lyrics.
Oh, yeah.
That
The lyrics to adore,
yeah.
put that
real
on a piece
slick.
of paper, Valentine's
Real
Day.
slick. Real slick.
You
Prince
got
was slick,
instant
man.
tears, better than 2 dozen roses.
100%. You just gotta learn. You just gotta like pay attention. I love like if I hear a song that I really like, I'm like, let me go look up the lyrics of this song to see what's about. Yeah, my whole search entry is about that. All right, Rock, what you got? What's on your search entry?
Mine. I like complicated shows, intricate shows. So my last one, I've been really getting into Endgame. I don't know if y'all have seen that.
Endgame.
Endgame is awesome. It's just very complicated, multi-layered TV
What's it
series.
on?
It's on NBC. Comes on
Endgame.
Mondays. Yeah.
Endgame. Give me a synopsis. Of
So
what
right
it's
now
about.
the synopsis is they got this queen of this drug cartel type deal, and they have her sequestered in the FBI thing.
Yeah.
And she's actually orchestrated 7 bank heists.
Wow.
All at the same
That's
time
pretty
that's
cool.
going on.
That's pretty
and
cool.
she's slowly taking down everybody that, kind of killed her husband's family.
Wow.
So it's very layered,
Nice.
complicated.
I like that.
you know.
That's real baller.
Endgame.
Oh, yeah.
NBC. Okay. So is it? I wonder if it's on like what's the streaming platform that NBC has? Peacock.
Peacock.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Dope.
And you can also get it on Hulu a
Endgame.
day after,
Nice. Endgame.
I don't know why.
You're
but
only
it makes-
6 episodes down, so you got to catch up.
Oh, okay. I got you. I got you.
I don't know why, but it makes complete sense that you're an NBC kind of guy. You seem real.
I actually
NBC.
started as an ABC kind of guy when I was younger, like your age, because back then it was, I'm going to date myself. It was Happy Days, it was Laverne and Shirley.
Your days
it
are a
was
little bit right.
Three's Company, so yeah.
Everybody that watches that, these are shows from the late 70s, early 80s.
Late 70s, yeah.
Yeah. Happy Days was a show.
Back when the networks used to play against each other in sports.
Right. They used to have a network stars competition where like all of the like daytime drama people and
Oh, yeah.
the like evening time
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
ABC, NBC, and CBS.
Oh my god.
They would have competitions.
Tug
They'd
of
be like,
war, relay.
Why did that stop? That
I don't
sounds
know.
so
Isn't that
awesome.
genius?
man.
Isn't that genius?
That's so cool.
So they would do different stuff. Like it would be like think of it like a family reunion, and whenever they have like little events, 3-legged race, blah blah blah. But then they would have like obstacle courses that were like legit, climbing a 10-foot wall and like blah 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 blah. It was a whole thing.
That is so cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty dope. Happy Days created a term that is used now in the industry called jumping the shark. I'm gonna give you the story on this. So they were on Happy Days was like the primetime show when it was like the big show, right? And so, like the way the ratings work, there's a certain time period that ratings happen, and the higher your ratings, the more publicity, the more money that you get.
Yeah.
So they had this episode where the Fonz, who's like the hero of the entire thing, they're like, he could do anything. And I don't know why, but there was this giant pool with man-eating sharks on it.
Okay.
Or maybe they were on a lake. I don't know. It was the dumbest episode ever. And he jumped it like Evel Knievel, like on like water skis, like he went over. And then after that, Happy Days wasn't the same. And so jumping the shark becomes a term where you're like, man, you tried too hard at one, like you went too far. It was too far. Nobody really watched it after that because they were like, that was the dumbest thing in the world. All overrating.
Yeah, they were stretching after
Yeah,
that.
they were a little stretching after that, yeah.
But they had some pretty good sequels, so you got to think. Mork and Mindy came from them. Laverne and Shirley came from them.
Yeah.
So.
There are a lot of different things that spin off of Happy Days. Go watch Happy Days. Hey, that's a reference, and that doesn't make sense. Just go back and watch it. You don't understand. End games.
Is that
Got
like
it.
from The Office when they go, hey?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anytime you hear somebody like, hey, that's from Happy Days.
Oh, okay, I got it from Michael Scott.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's so funny. All right, what's in your search history? What's something in your search history?
Last thing, it's right here, is Van Gogh exhibit tickets.
Oh.
in
What?
Houston. I wanted to go
What?
see the Van Gogh exhibit
Layered.
in Houston.
Is that at the Fine Arts Museum? Where's that at?
No, I have no idea.
Oh.
It just says Van Gogh exhibit Houston.
I think I know the one you're talking about. It's been there a little bit.
Yeah, I think
It's
it's
supposed
been
to
like
be pretty
a week
cool.
or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been there. Yeah, it looks really cool. Like from what I was looking at, and like I'm low-key excited.
Are you gonna go?
I think I am. I just need to pick a day that
You just
works.
you or you going with the bay, as they say?
I'm going with the Bay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is she into art?
Surprisingly, yes.
Really?
And I'm not sure if she's into it or she's just like, oh yeah, let's go. But I'm
Either way-
into it, so
either way, I'm like, I'm there.
I'm there.
So you're gonna get like an art person that really knows his stuff to be in your ear and talking to you while you're with.
Oh,
the
I
band
am
and
the art
everything?
person
Okay.
that knows their
Hey,
stuff.
there you go.
I have my
There you
own
go.
AirPods. It's
All
great.
right, there you go.
When people actually want to know the stuff behind it, I'll just be like, hey, psst,
Okay, that's
bro,
cool.
That's copied and pasted. Like,
All right, there you
that
go.
is just that of the reverse. That's fine.
I'm gonna say this. I love the Fine Arts Museum in Houston. It is a fantastic museum. If you ever want to go check stuff out that's different, go check it out. They had this exhibit not too long ago where it was like early Spanish art, and it went from like before the Muslims were in the Iberian Peninsula to how Muslim like culture like changed the art that came out of Spain and Portugal. It was beautiful. A lot of like real intricate gold stuff. Like they were big into tapestry, like cloth and like doing different patterns and stuff. It was really dope. I love that museum. It's such a good museum, man. More people should go. I think there's a discount for students too. I think it's like $10.
Well, that would
50
be
bucks.
dope.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. I like it. Van Gogh. That's very
Layered.
layered. I was thinking studious, but yeah, it's layered sounds good.
Super
I like
studious,
it.
bro.
I like it. All right. Anything else we want to share in our history? Probably not. You're gonna go, man.
I'm good.
All right. So we're gonna go hot takes. Okay. Originally, we were gonna talk about the slap. And for those that don't know what the slap is,
It's been about a week when this comes out.
Yeah.
The whole Will Smith.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart, Chris Rock.
Been 3 days. What are you talking about?
Well, by the
when
time this gets
comes out,
released,
this is
it'll
gonna
be
come out
like
next
a week and a
Wednesday.
half.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it'll been a week. Yeah.
We gotta keep it. We gotta keep it.
My boy got
Gotcha.
Chris rocked. It was a whole thing.
My boy got Chris Rock. That's so good. Yeah, I'm done talking about it. I had somebody come at me on Facebook because I made a post about like how I thought Chris Rock was like did the right thing, which is not react when he could have. And somebody came at me for it, and I was like, I don't need this. It was just a take, whatever. Anyway, so we're gonna have some hot takes. Now, the hot takes we've done this before. It's things that you believe in, you think about that may be controversial to others, but to you it just makes complete sense. And for some reason, because it makes sense to you, nobody else agrees with it. It's a hot take. Okay. We've had plenty of them so far. I like doing hot takes because I like to know what's in the brain of the people that we're talking to. You know what I'm saying? G, would you like to go first? What's a hot take
I
that you
would
have?
like to go last.
Okay. Do you got something off the rip? Do you got something that's a hot take?
I'm going last because I'm the guest.
What? Usually, I'm not sure if you've been paying attention.
guest.
Usually, the guest goes first.
Yes, I'm the guest. I'm going last.
Hey, if Rock wants to go
I
last,
get
he
the
can go
pick.
last. All right.
I guess I'll go second.
All right. Here's kind of a hot take. It might be. It might not be. It's going to be a little controversial. It's what it is. I'm starting to believe we should just let people be people and stop creating these like weird rules and bills that are created in our government for young children. There's this new thing where like Florida just did the don't say gay thing, where essentially it's prohibiting teachers in classrooms to have any conversations about any LGBTQ conversations, right? Here's my thing. If I'm being real, parents don't have these conversations. I'm not saying that teachers should be allowed to say what they want, because I'm not for that. But if a kid asks a question, like if a kid's going to be curious and ask a question, there should be no reason why a quick conversation can't happen. Stop saying no to this and don't do this and don't, like, conversations should happen all the time. And if we limit how we have conversations, like, you're essentially trying to program people to not be a certain way or be a certain way. And, like, I think it's dumb.
Yeah, I agree, as long as they're not leading the kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be a teacher.
Like, as long as they don't have,
be
like,
a teacher.
influence
Say,
what they're saying?
look at no, you don't want to, because
Bias. You don't
teachers
want
are
bias.
very teachers are very influential. But the kids have questions. Leader, well, this is where you can find this resource. Or
Right.
This is where you can find this resource.
It's my whole hate with the whole, like, school boards getting all up in arms with, like, critical race theory. It's not being taught. Like, allow conversations to happen. Because I'm going to say this for the upteenth time. During the school year, teachers probably spend more time with students than students spend with their parents. Now, I'm not saying that our job is to raise students. What I'm saying is that sometimes maybe students aren't comfortable having these conversations with their parents. And if I'm the person you're comfortable with, I don't mind. I think we should be okay with having conversations. But Mr. Rock is 100% right. You can't be biased if you're a teacher. If you show your biases, it's not right. And that goes for either side of the aisle. I don't care if you're a Republican or if you're a Democrat. If you show your bias and you give your bias and you lead people towards your bias, you're doing it wrong. But, like, have conversations. Yeah. Like, I don't understand why people want to keep, like, limiting what teachers. We already have it. Like, it's tough enough as it is with the multiple hats that we have to wear. If maybe not a 5-year-old, but, like, if a kid in elementary, 4th grade asks a question like, "What does it mean to be gay?" Like, here's some information on how you can get that information.
That's a good question.
And that's it.
What do you think it means?
Right. Because if you start limiting people, you know how there's a shortage in teachers?
Correct.
If you keep adding more things that teachers cannot do, guess what they're going to do?
Leave.
They're going to chunk that deuce and be out. So, like, stop it. Stop it, people. Stop making dumb bills about nothing that's important. That
Although
they
I
could
kind of
just
like that crown bill.
What's the crown bill?
The one where you can wear your natural hair.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like that.
I don't know if you know about this, but it was in Congress. It was in the U.S. Congress. So beforehand, they had rules in the U.S. Congress about hair types. And really, if we're being 100% honest, it was specifically towards black women, because they were like, you can't have your hair like this, you can't have your hair like this, you can't. It has to be natural, blah 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 blah, and it was it was very biased towards black women. And so a lot of the people there decided, like, hey, we need to have a conversation about this. So what they did was they created a bill that basically alleviated all of those restrictions that people had on how their hair could look. So now it's going to be okay for men and women to have dreads. It's going to be okay for them to have braids. It's going to be okay for them to have knots. Because before, they couldn't do any of that. If they wanted to dye their hair or have a different color hair, they couldn't, right? Because everything had to be so, like, square and standard. Yeah. And what the Crown Bill basically is allowing is for people to be able to do what they would normally do anyway. Yeah. If they weren't in that setting. Also, it's whack to think that specific type of hair is unprofessional. If I can shave my head, why can't somebody get weave? Like, and why is a weave not professional, but my shaved head is professional? How does that make sense? If I want to grow a beard and I can keep it nice and neat and trimmed, if it looks professional, why can't I? You know what I mean?
Sense, yeah. I have a problem with it.
Yeah. So it's like you were creating guidelines to professionalism, but really what you're saying is, well, we don't want y'all looking like people, natural people.
I draw the line with the tattoos on the face.
I agree.
That's
not
sense.
professional.
That's not professional.
Listen, if you have lips on your neck, it's not professional, fam.
Also, that's just if you're gonna get that tattoo on your neck, a lot of people are gonna judge you in front of your face. And
fair or unfair,
back.
but whatever.
It's just why get that tattoo?
Yeah, I personally think hand tattoos are adorable. I think they're great, but, like, that may not be professional in a professional setting, fam. Know the rules, follow them. It's okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
Could you imagine Mr. Rock showing up with just, like, a tattoo on his face? How weird that would look. A principal.
I could see. Okay, If you were to get a Mike Tyson tattoo on your face,
Like one of those like travel
that would 100% be okay with me.
Yeah.
I feel like you would rock that.
It would be okay with you,
Yeah.
but I don't think the superintendent would be okay with it, dog.
No,
That's
like
just
he would
not-
see it and be like,
No.
"Oh my gosh, Mike Tyson is
Yeah.
working."
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
It would look great. I'm not saying when you retire, keep.
Not gonna happen.
No, I'm just saying. Look, before you answer, just take 10 seconds.
Okay.
G came up to me yesterday and said,
Not gonna happen. Lock it in.
G said, I don't remember what the question was. He said, before you answer, wait 10 seconds. And he gave me the question. I was like, no. And he was like, well, you didn't wait the 10 seconds. I was like, 1 Mississippi, 2
He
Mississippi.
counted it all the
Still
way
no.
up to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But whatever.
All right, G, what's your hot take?
My hot take. I think that the police, ambulance, and firefighter sirens are completely outdated and could be better.
Oh, this is okay.
I don't like the way these.
You don't like
sound
that
anymore.
wheel, wheel?
Yeah, like I'm tired of the wheel. Give me like a boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean?
No.
Like if it's a police, who's to say, "Hey boys, what you good?" Like
that's
I would be okay getting pulled over and be like, "Oh, not this time," you know. But it's like, woo. I'm like, "Oh, okay, this is whoa." It's a startling siren.
Okay.
And then the firefighter, you know, it's getting hot in here. That puts
That's
all
what
the
you want?
firefighters in a good mood, gets them ready for the job. If your house is burning and then you hear, you're just gonna be stressed out, right?
Surprised you didn't just say you wanted everyone to have move, get out the way.
That's a good one too.
That's a good one.
But it doesn't have to be a song. But I think it's a little bit too old. I think it should be
So you're saying,
looked at.
what you're saying is that if your house is on fire, literally,
No, like if I go to my house and it's
and instead of hearing that, meh, 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 because that's startling, if you heard "It's Getting Hot in Here" by Nelly, that might help you.
I'm not saying I would be like, yeah, let's get it. But I would 100% be on their side. Like, I'd be like, yeah, let me get this hose for you.
That one's just you. Yeah.
No, watch. No,
That's
because
just
look,
you.
take 10 seconds to think about it before you answer.
Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
No, look,
No.
that's such a good.
I understand
Okay, it
your
doesn't
point.
have to be a song.
I understand.
It
your
doesn't
point.
have to be a song.
What if you're saying it should sound different? What if it was a different sound?
What if it was a different sound?
that maybe wasn't so shocking to the ears?
Now the ambulance one, I could see how it might be insensitive. If it was.
Let the bodies hit the floor. from
That's a
drowning
great
pool.
one. If let the like, okay, I don't want to be picked up by this one.
Right.
But change the siren. It's a little too much.
Okay. What if it was like EDM, like house music, like boom, 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 and then.
That would be a cool ambulance one.
But you know what I'm saying? Because then you
I
would
feel
be
like
like,
people
what
would
is
get
that?
to the hospital faster.
Okay. I'm gonna make an argument differently, but listen, I don't oftentimes. Maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like they've gotten quieter because it's almost impossible to hear them until they're on top of you when you're like at a four-way stop and you're stopped or whatever, and there's somebody coming. Sometimes I don't even notice it. And it's not because I listen to loud music. I don't have the ears for that.
Yeah, just turn it down.
You think it's that?
Turn out the music. Well, also it's
Maybe I'll be bumping.
it's the Doppler effect.
What you mean?
How sound travels.
Yeah.
Kind of hard for it to get
it's-
to you at a certain time.
For those that don't understand, he's talking about the
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
that there's like a point where it's and there's a point where it's
Yeah.
We're educating our people who watch this, by the way. That's a good. I never would have thought that.
I heard about it through Big Bang Theory.
As you should.
Basically educated.
Okay. All right. So maybe a different sounding noise for emergency response vehicles.
Yeah, it would be great. You know how like the Tesla, you could change the honk.
Can
on
you?
it? Yeah, on a Tesla you can
That's
change
pretty
it to
dope.
whatever it is. Some people make it like
I didn't know. Really? I didn't know
it's
that.
like the coolest. Some people make it songs. Some people make it get out of the way. No, yeah, if that's what you wanted, you could.
I was
You can
thinking
make it
more
anything.
like Cucaracha with the fur guy.
That would be great too.
That's funny.
But yeah, like how you could just change it, bro.
All right. Okay. All right, Rock. What's your hot take?
I don't have one. So, no. I'm just afraid of saying mine. I'll probably have a whole bunch of people coming after
That's
me.
why we put it
And
on
it's
the
on
front,
Front Street.
Right.
Fam, say
okay,
it.
so my hot take, I'll go back to my teacher days. I'm in full believance that I didn't assign homework. That was my hot take. I didn't assign homework as a teacher.
Wait, hold on.
Are you saying teachers shouldn't assign
Stop.
homework?
Wait,
or are you
wait,
saying
wait.
That's my hot take.
Hold on. I want to make sure we're on the same page here. You're saying, as in your viewpoint,
When I was a teacher,
as a going back to your days of being in the classroom,
Correct.
you did not. So are you saying that you don't think it should be?
I'm saying that I did not assign homework.
Well, tell us why you didn't assign homework.
Well, my thing is, I want the kids. I believe in perfect practice. I was also a coach when I was a teacher.
Right.
So you know what I mean. I wanted to make sure the kids had it right.
Right.
Okay. Now I gave them ample enough time to do it in class.
Right.
And if they did not finish, I gave them the opportunity to take it home. But that's not considered homework.
Right. That was on them.
No,
Because
I
they
didn't
finish.
have specific problems. You can't even look at this until you get home to do it.
Right.
You know?
Like yeah, I got you.
My thing was, let's get it done in class. If we do our time wisely, then we won't have homework. You know.
That's a really good point.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want parents who've been out of the game 20, 30 years,
bro,
trying to teach the kids pre-calculus. It's just not going to work. It's
100.
Not a good look. You know.
I don't remember when it was. It was recently. Somebody asked me.
However, I support all my teachers that assign homework here at Bradford High School. Just want to put that out there. Yeah.
Are you dying, bro?
Yeah,
Allergies?
my allergies got real bad out of nowhere.
He started crying when he heard the no homework.
No, I heard it, and I think it just like took over me with such relief.
I can't remember who. It was recently. Somebody asked me for help in math. And I'm like, I've been 25 years out the game, fam. Don't ask me a question about math. Don't ask me anything about it. I don't know.
When my little siblings come home with homework, my mom tries to help them. She
always
always
even-
like, John, come here. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get in trouble. My son stopped going to my wife 3rd grade. Asked him one question, a multiplication question, and she got it wrong. She hurried up and corrected herself. After that, it was that's okay.
Yeah.
I'll wait for Dad.
I'll say this. I will say this. I think that sometimes homework isn't as effective as people think it is, because we'll use this campus as an example. Some of these kids don't go home to be able to do homework.
Facts.
Some of these kids go home and they have to work. Some of these kids go home and they have to take care of kids. Some of these kids go home and they have to be parent with making dinner, doing laundry, the whole nine. And sometimes, as a student, the priority isn't I need to do homework. I need to do 25 questions. The priority is I got to put food on the table.
Correct.
So
where
like,
am I going to sleep tonight?
when am I? Yeah. Like, so I think sometimes, I mean, it's one thing if you're like, hey, we're gonna work in class, and you have at home to do a project. Let's say we're working on a project, and there's some things you can do at home, glue things, put some things in the thing, whatever. But like the daily 25 questions may be a bit excessive.
Yeah.
I think. Can you use homework as extra credit instead of like a grade? Why couldn't they do it as extra credit instead of a grade?
My actual classes were more like Whose Line Is It? Y'all ever watch that TV show?
He has no idea what you're talking about.
Well,
I
basically,
watched The Community, and there was an episode
Where they did a Who's Line?
Yep.
Okay.
basically, as long as you show me that you got the concept, you're gonna get the points.
Right.
So,
You know what? That's not a hot take. That's a great take.
That's a great take. Now,
I'm gonna get
I will say
shot
this:
down.
there are some teachers at this campus, not
Correct.
saying nothing, that do the whole daily homework thing, and I personally didn't like it. And it wasn't just like, oh, it's homework or whatever. It was like, this is kind of tiring, and
Right.
I don't.
I grew up in a system where it was like you go home with your textbook and you go to page 452 and do from 452 to 456 and do all of the odd ones. It's like, why?
I was a horrible student. So
Give me
I was,
some. I was too, man.
I was a horrible student. I was a professional.
I can't
I was a
high five.
professional test taker. So I didn't do homework when I was in school.
You were like, I'm gonna take the test.
They were like, if you don't do your homework, it's going to drop your letter grade. I was like, okay, I'll take the letter grade drop. So
Move on.
I was
Yeah.
a horrible student.
Yeah.
But if we're trying to get kids ready for college, last time I checked, college is
They don't
all
be
about
doing-
the exams. You know what I mean? So
And I'll say this: you do more reading and paper writing in college than you do anything
Correct.
else, really.
Yeah.
I read more in college and wrote more papers than I ever did in high school, ever.
we were assigned tons of problems in physics, but on the test there'd just be 3 to 5, and
Right.
you couldn't get it. That was a wrap.
So Mr. Rock isn't saying no homework. What he's saying is that he, as a teacher, didn't believe in it. do what you will with that information. Whoever watches this,
I like that.
say what you want. It's up to you. It's not up to me. It's not up to Mr. Rock. It's up to you. All right. Before we get out of here, I got to know, what is it like being an assistant principal? There was a millisecond that I thought about going to get my master's for that. I'm not working on it right now.
All right.
So what's like?
I can take you down the windy road, or we can be more direct.
Okay,
Either way, it doesn't
let's
really
go
matter.
this route. Let's go this route. What without? I know you can't say specifics,
So no names.
so no names. Has there ever been a moment where you saw something and you were like, "Why? How did this happen? Why do I have to deal with this?"
All the time. I don't think kids think altogether. So
Preach it, brother.
Go back to how I became an education period. Originally, I went to school as an electrical engineer.
Okay.
Started working for Kimberly Clark, making Huggies diapers. Didn't like that.
Really?
Yeah. I worked for Folgers,
Really?
making a Millstone gourmet coffee. Didn't really like that.
Right.
Ended up as a deputy sheriff in Louisiana.
Popo. Got you.
Yep, was the Popos. Had this incident where these kids shot up another school and threw their lives away. 4 kids.
Dang.
Yeah.
Like kid, like 13.
Yeah. 13 through 16. Yeah. And that was it. They're going to get life in jail. You know what I mean? John Mack. It was a John Mack shooting. You can look it up if you want to fact, for all my fact checkers. So anyway, after that, I can remember them looking at me thinking that, when am I going to go to juvie? And I'm like, you're not going to juvie. You're going to the jail.
You're going to big person jail.
Turn around and get deloused, So right then I started thinking, well, maybe if I can catch these kids before they make these big permanent decisions. And so that's really how I started thinking about becoming a teacher. Became a teacher, loved it. Thought I was going to be, that's it, didn't want to be a principal. I did not want to be a principal when I was a teacher. Couldn't see it. I was on the Moreno thing. But then...
Still on the fence, for the record.
But then I started saying that I could positively impact more kids as an administrator than I could as a teacher.
Okay.
And so that's when I changed routes and was like, okay, because to tell you the truth, I was very good in the classroom. Very good. My 100 to 130, 40 kids learned whatever they had to learn.
Right.
Okay? But what was going on in the other classes? What about the other kids?
Right. You can't control what happens in the other
correct.
classrooms. Right.
And then there was a movie that was coming out, Waiting for Superman. Mm-hmm. And so then, you get really charged. I want to help everybody and everything. And so I decided to go back and get my certification for principal.
Yeah.
And became a principal. And I do miss the classroom. Don't get me wrong. Love it. But I like the fact that I'm in a position now to positively affect kids that need it the most. And I like that. So, yeah, there are some times where I scratch my head and say, what was this kid thinking or whatever?
Right.
But I'm also happy that at least I'm here to kind of help them and, get them on the right path.
Right.
So you became one just for the sole purpose of impacting more.
Impacting more.
Right.
That's good.
Bigger splash.
Yeah. What's a good day as an AP? What's like you get at the end of the day, you're like, man, this was a good. I did good. What would that look like?
I don't know. I think every day is kind of like a good day if I'm getting home, So, But a good day is when I was able to take a situation that could have been necessarily bad and able to at least get them orientated on what's the better path to go.
Okay, I got you.
So that's my good day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm assuming the flip side of that is whenever it's like you can't do anything.
I haven't had one of those here, but like I was where all my students didn't get home, and that would be a bad day.
Yeah.
So
how difficult, if it is at all, how difficult is it not bringing some of that stuff home?
I have gotten pretty good at that.
leaving it on campus.
So, and I think the fact that I live in Humble, which is 81 miles away,
it takes a hot minute for Rock to get here.
helps. So, yeah.
Fam, he has to leave his house at what, 3:30?
I wake up at 3:30. I leave about 5:15. Get here around 6:30, 6:45. So, but that long hour and a half drive.
6:45 is when I wake up.
About an hour and a half drive. You know, I'm not worried about any kids knocking on my door saying. Hey,
That's a good point. You ain't living in the water. Somebody showing up.
So
That's true.
It kind of like it falls off.
Yeah.
The closer I get home and everything.
I would assume that it was a gradual process though, because I know whenever I worked here, you know, as a case manager with True to Life, there were days that I couldn't help but take it home. But I'm sure at first it was probably difficult to like not take it home.
Well, because I've had the teacher experience before I became a principal, it was easy. I don't take anything home. You ever see you probably won't know because you're young. The cartoons with the coyote and the sheepdog.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of like how I am here at work. When I clock in, I'm 100% locked in here, and then when I clock out,
come to the front. Michael Grooms, come to the front office.
Oh, Michael Grooms.
And when you
clock out, you're like,
that's a wrap.
Right.
That's a wrap.
Nice. I like that. How long do you see yourself here? Be honest. Do you love? I mean, how about this?
What's your retirement plan? Because you can't say how much do you love it here if he really does love it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But how long do you see yourself here?
At least 3 years.
3 more years?
You're trying to get Cinco out.
At least 3 years. Yeah.
Trying to get Cinco out.
At least 3 years. You know, eventually I can see myself being a building principal. You know. But I absolutely love it here. I love being an assistant principal.
Yeah.
I've had the ability to work under Mr. White and Mr. Yo, so 2 great role models and everything. So you know.
Yeah. All right.
I would never go to that other one.
To the hood?
Yeah, I would never go to the wood.
Okay. This is the last question. And you can be as honest as you can without getting yourself in trouble. Has there ever been something that you've seen as a principal, either here or other places, where you're just like legitimately where you're like, what in the world just happened?
So essentially the craziest thing you've had to deal with.
The craziest thing I've had to deal with.
Put it on Front Street, Rock.
It's all right here.
The craziest thing I've had to deal with.
Yeah.
Without mentioning any names, there have been an occasion where I've come into the classroom and I don't think the students' well-being was put first. And we had to act on that.
Huh.
How's that?
That is very vague.
Yeah.
That's very vague.
Yeah.
You know what?
So yeah, he used to teach True to Life Ministries, so we had to get rid of him. And I'm sorry,
What?
he's a teacher now.
Man. Sometimes Rock says stuff.
But yeah, I'm here for the kids.
Yeah.
Here for the kids.
Yeah.
100%.
That's good.
I'm glad that I will say this. Being here, this is my 5th year, I think. This is your 5th year, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So his first year was also my first year when I started working on campus.
Had to break him in.
I had to break him in. He didn't know what he was doing. It was crazy. He was asking all these questions. I'm like,
Eyes are all wide open.
I was like, he was asking all these questions. I was like,
we're gonna eat pizza every day, and I was like,
I don't know that answer. And I'm sure you'll agree with this. I think I have been pleasantly surprised by the kids in this building.
oh yeah, they're amazing.
I think that I can't tell people enough about how much I love being here.
They're amazing. As accepting as our kids are, it's unbelievable.
Right.
That makes it easy to drive 81 miles a day.
I agree. I also think that like you can go to any campus and people are like really like thirsty for like knowledge and want to learn and want to be better. But I see that a lot in this campus. There's a lot of kids here who are like, man, I want to do something bigger than Freeport. Not hating on Freeport, but like they want to be able to do something. And I love that there are kids who are like yearning for that information and that mentorship and are ready for it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Hey, man, we appreciate it.
Hey, not a problem. Love being here.
And it loves you.
When can we talk about the cream sodas?
Oh, cream
right
soda.
now. Go for it.
Go.
Okay,
Okay, hold on.
The last podcast?
G said that he was a fan of cream soda. Evidently, we have a connoisseur.
Connoisseur of cream soda.
I think cream soda is just the one. Whatever, Rock. But go ahead.
They actually have 3 different categories. You have your red cream. Okay.
Okay.
What is red cream and who sells it?
Okay, so red cream. First of all, Faygo sells red cream.
Faygo.
I believe it's called Red Drop red cream soda. I think Big Red is considered a red cream soda.
I was going to ask that question because it kind of isn't like just like a strawberry. It's more of a cream.
No, it's a cream.
Yeah.
I think
love me a Big Red.
cream
Love me a
soda,
Big
yeah.
Red.
And
day
then
with the burger.
I believe, me being from New Orleans and everything, Big Shot.
What is Big Shot?
It's a type of soda. It's
Is it also red?
brandy. They have red cream sodas, yeah. Then you have your amber creams. That's with the A&W.
Your traditional A&Ws.
IBC.
Yeah.
And then you have your clear creams.
I've never seen a clear cream.
So Nettles, put the picture up right here. Right? Nettles have that, or Faygo also has a clear cream.
Melina, I'm sorry. You're going to have to put
water.
a bunch of pictures on here. My bad.
Looks like water.
But it's a cream soda.
Yeah.
Huh.
And actually, it started off as egg cream soda.
Egg?
Yeah.
EGG?
EGG, egg
Ugh.
cream soda.
Ugh.
Yeah, yeah. Back then when they did the little soda drinks and everything,
yeah.
that was the drink.
Ugh. Is that like eggnog-ish?
Well, it has the same flavor as they took the egg part out, I guess, and everything. But
How weird.
My favorite cream soda is the clear cream soda.
Really?
I'm gonna have to try.
I've never seen that.
Gotta try
Do
it.
they sell it around here, or do I have to go to Humble?
It's humble, not humble.
Whatever.
Two different words.
Walmart. I think Walmart has Faygo, so they might have it at Walmart.
Is the different colorations of cream soda regional?
No,
Like that you can get
I
all
think
of them anywhere?
all three anywhere. Yeah,
Huh.
yeah,
How bizarre!
yeah.
How bizarre. How bizarre. Sorry.
Oh my
But yeah,
gosh!
so now you got something then
Huh.
with the cream.
I've never. I mean, I guess
And
now
then
that
the
you're
diversion
I'm not
of that,
saying-
so to
I'm
keep it current, got to try that Pepsi Nitro Vanilla.
what
That's
are you talking about?
Very close to. Man, I thought you knew about
Nitro
sodas.
vanilla.
Come on now.
Hold on,
That
man. Pepsi makes a
Nit-
nitro
Put the
version?
picture of my
So,
Pepsi Nitro Vanilla.
He is a connoisseur. I take it back.
I'll say this. Now
Just
that
came
you-
out.
Now that you're saying about Big Red, that makes sense. That
That
it's a
does
red
make
cream.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the record, again, love a Big Red.
Yeah.
It's not
I almost think it says red cream soda on it.
fountain. A fountain Big Red goes so hard in comparison to like a bottle or a can. That fountain. I love a fountain drink, my
I'm
guy.
not a big fan of Big Red.
How dare you?
I'll drink it
Right.
if it's there.
Are you? But what's your go-to cream soda? Like if you can go get it somewhere, where would you get?
The IBC one.
100%.
I love that.
I love the bottled. I love the IBC
Bottled
cream soda.
one. So
There's a place in it's called Fairfield. It's up towards like going towards Dallas. A little peach. It's called Cooper's Peach Farms. Well, they have like a section that has all kinds.
Jones has the clear cream too.
You are right. I forgot that Jones even made cream soda.
Yeah,
How interesting.
Yeah.
that's at Walmart, right?
Yes. Sometimes but you can get it at Walmart.
Look, I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm really gonna have to try a lot of these and see it for myself.
Okay, if you ever go to a place that has just a bunch of variety of like bottles,
Yeah.
you can usually find all kinds of weird cream soda, like different ones. But I will tell you, I've
You ever-
only seen their
You
amber
ever
ones.
been to Cracker Barrel?
Once.
They have all the old fashioned drinks and everything there.
Ah,
They have the other one because it wasn't Coke and Pepsi all the time.
it's true.
Yeah.
It was Coke and Moxie. You can try
I
that
have
one.
so much to learn.
Yeah.
Bro, let me tell you a good
I know my
drink.
sodas,
I know
man.
a good drink. Listen, RC Cola, in my opinion, they're hard to find. They're not easily.
It's not hard. I have some in my office.
No, you do not.
Yes, I do.
They still are here.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
RC Cola goes hard in my opinion.
Yeah. That and a good moon pie.
Yep. Hey, if you ever get to, we're gonna end on this. If you ever get to go to Atlanta, go to the Coca-Cola Museum. You ever been to the Coca-Cola Museum in Atlanta? You can go and try different sodas from literally all over the world. And they have some weird, funky flavors.
Yeah. The wasabi Coke is the strangest one.
That one's weird. Wasabi soda.
Wasabi soda.
When I was a math teacher, I used to teach inverse functions with RC Cola.
Really?
I said Mr. Rock drinks the inverse of this when he's at home. So what does RC stands for? Get it?
I don't.
That's an inside joke, man. All right, we're gonna end on that because we're getting way too adult, my guy.
All right.
Whew. G just had a sneezing fit. The inverse of RC Cola. Find out what RC means, and then
All
you'll
right,
understand.
I'll get it.
You'll understand the joke. It's a good joke. All right. We're good.
Hit my button.
Hit your
Hit
button.
button.
We're all good with the colas.
I'll go with the cola.
Stop.
Man, we can
That's
talk
so
about that.
Clear
We'll get to-
cream. Whatever. Thanks for watching. Check us out. Some previous videos. If you have anything you guys want us to talk about,
Go to YouTube. Search up Beatport Videos.
Front Street.
Front Street. That's us, guys.
All right, and we'll catch you next week with probably a senior.
Yes,
All
we
right.
got senior time.
All right. Yeah.